Bandai does not assume responsibility for the future value of the cards. Why would you include that on your packaging? What's up guys, it's Noah here from the Digi Bros. In today's video we're going to be doing an unboxing of the two brand new starter decks. We have the UlforceVeedramon starter deck and the Gallantmon starter deck as well. These two are really great products. They have a bunch of cool new cards, some really cool reprints, like red has the Gaia Force reprint, blue has the Hammer Spark reprint, and they also include the brand new memory boost cards for every single color, excluding white. So if you guys are interested in watching more unboxing videos or just more Digimon related content in general, make sure to subscribe to the channel. You know, give us a like, comment, let me know which one of these decks you guys are looking forward to more. Tell me which one you want to play with. You want to play Gallantmon, you want to play Ulforce, you know, red best deck. Let's get right into this unboxing, guys. Once again, guys, we do have the UlforceVeedramon and the Gallantmon starter decks here. We're just going to start with the Gallantmon starter deck. So we're going to take a good look at the front real quick. We do see the Gallantmon and the Guildmon out of it. Off to the side, we got the Digimon card game logo on the back. I just got some helpful information talking about Digimon cards, Digimon eggs, option cards, you know, for like new players and stuff like that. And on the side right here, we do have the card list itself. Nice packaging. This is the same packaging that they did have for the Japanese star decks. Fun fact, those who are longtime fans of the Digi Bros know that we used to unbox a bunch of the Japanese product as well, and the UlforceVeedramon and the Gallantmon star deck were the last Japanese products that we actually bought. So we do have our 54 card deck right here, including the eggs, and over here we do have our memory boost cards alongside the memory gauges. We do have one with Guildmon on it right here. Let's see, right there, and then one with the Gallantmon on it. And they come together like so to present a memory gauge, and these are aluminum, just like the Melgarumon and the War Greymon one that Bandai put out for your tournament events they had a couple weeks back. So these are super nice. I do like the metal memory gauges that they have. And so same with these boost cards. We'll come back to these in a second, but we're going to be taking a look at the deck itself. And I'm not a big fan of these plastic sleeves that they do put on it. So that's just some advertising information back here on the mag, just like telling you how to like play the game, simple rules, stuff like that. So let's gonna get all this out of the way, get right into good stuff. Let's set these up to the side here. Alright, so we do have 4 copies of the Digimon. This Digimon's honestly not the best. Red has better eggs they can play. So this probably isn't going to see that much competitive play. But we do have 4 copies of the alternate art for the Monodramon outside of BT1. 2-drop rookie, and this art is honestly just super killer. So Agumon, we got 4 copies of this one. This one is super good. It's basically an additional the Agumon promo. It says when attacking, if you're attacking the player, this Digimon gets plus 2000 DP. And the other promo says when attacking if it's a Greymon, it gets plus 2000 during your turn. So this is just like 4 more copies of it. You know, Agumon, Agumon best deck. So you know, 4 more copies of Agumon. And so we also do get 2 copies of the Guildmon, and this is going to have that brand new rarity. It's going to be hard to pick up on camera. It's definitely going to be easier to see on the memory boost cards. But there's new rarity. It's a new super rare. I would like to see more of this rarity moving in the future, where the Guildmon's kind of like glossy, but the back is super textured. You can kind of see that a bit. But like I said, it's easier to see on the memory boost cards. But these Guildmons are quite excellent. They're able to warp into the Gallantmon if your opponent is a level 6 Digimon. He has an inheritable of once per turn. Whenever your opponent's Digimon is deleted, you get to draw a card. Really good card. Definitely like it a lot. And so following it up, we do have 4 copies of the Biomon. This is just a level 3 rookie for red. Probably not gonna see that much play, but it's cool. So we do have the rares. They started doing the new rares this way instead of the gold foiling around it. We did see these in the BT6, so we do have 2 copies of the ground one. It says your turn once per turn when opponent's Digimon is deleted, you can gain memory. This card is actually really good. And so there are only 2 copies of this and 2 copies of the Gallantmon, so it is worth picking up multiple of these starter decks so that way you can get full 4 copies of playset. So moving on, we do have 4 copies of the GeoGreymon. This is another excellent card going into the Agumon deck. This has the security, it gets played, and on play you can delete opponent's Digimon with 4,000 less DP. Super good card. Red decks are going to be playing it moving forward. Same with security control decks. Another reprint alternate art we have here is 4 copies of the Dark Tyrannamon. Super cool art. I do like this art a lot more than the original art. And another alternate art reprint. We got 2 copies of the Groundramon. Yeah, Groundramon's always good. Alright, some more new cards. We got 4 copies of the Rise Greymon. It says on play, delete when your opponent's Digimon with 5,000 less DP. Honestly, it's not that great. This card's probably not going to see any form of competitive play, but it is a Greymon, so you never know. And following that up, we do have 2, 3, 4 copies of the new War Ground one. I actually don't know what this one is. It says one attack can delete when your opponent's Digimon 3,000 DP or less. Inheritable, your turn once per turn when opponent's Digimon is deleted, this Digimon gains security tech +1. That's not bad. This card may see some competitive success in the future. I don't know, I feel like Red just has better level 5s. Like for Jessamon, they do have the Saber Huckmon, and then there's also the Rise Greymon that plays the Tamers. And so we do have 2 copies of the new Gallantmon. This is also had that new textured rarity. Super hard to see that, but this card is super cool. He has security tech +1 and 1 attacking, delete when your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 DP or less. And if that doesn't happen, your opponent doesn't have one, then he gains additional 3,000, putting him up to 14, hitting 2 security checks. Alright, I know we get more Gallantmon support revealed for the Classic Collection 2 set, the X2. So these Gallantmon and the old Gallantmon might see, you know, some more competitive success in the future. I do know some of the Jessamon decks are playing this Gallantmon, or even the BT2 Gallantmon alongside the Gilmon, just to be able to warp into it. And we also have this Shine Greymon right here, who has security attack +1 and piercing, but he does have the 4 to evolve. I don't know, this card's not terrible. Like, that's a really good effect, but I feel like it just doesn't do enough. I don't know. When are we going to get that red Shine Greymon deck profile? Moving on to our option cards, we do have 4 copies of the Lightning Joust. Oh, I apologize. There's only 2 copies of the Lightning Joust. Lightning Joust says, when your Digimon gets plus 2,000 DP for the turn, and if the number of cards in your security stack is less than or equal to your opponent's, then it gets security attack +1. That's not bad. Just being able to get an additional 2,000 and security attack +1. I'm not sure how much success we'll see, but it's not a bad card. But this is a good card. 4 copies of the Atomic Blaster. It's a 5 cost, and it says delete. Choose any number of your opponent's Digimon whose DP add up to 8,000 or less and delete them. So if your opponent has like 4 2,000 DP Digimon on the field, this will be able to come in and delete all of them. Really good card. And then we have the alternate art of the Gaia Force, and we got 4 copies of that. Good to see more Gaia Forces running around. And just some more of the advertising stuff. So that is going to be the 54 card main deck for this. We already looked at the memory gauges, so we're going to take a look at the memory boost cards. Once again, I do hate these sleeves. They're super hard to take off, and I'm not trying to damage the cards. There we go. Alright, so the memory boost cards is like one of the main reasons to get this product. See, and we can take a look at that texture on it. You see that kind of like checkered foiling it does have alongside it. So the memory boost introduced a new keyword called delay. After you play it, stays on your battlefield, kind of like a tamer, and then any turn after the turn goes into play, you can use this delay effect. All of these delay effect, you can trash it to gain 2 memory, and all their main effects on play, you reveal the top 4 cards in your deck to then add Digimon their respective colors. So the red one adds the red, blue one adds the blue, yellow adds the yellow, green adds green, black adds black, and purple adds the purple. So these are definitely huge consistency boosters for every single deck moving forward. And every single copy of the Gallantmon and the UlforceVeedramon does come with 1 of each of these. So it is good to get multiples of every single one, so that way you can have playsets of all the red cards, all the blue cards, and get a full playset of the memory boost. So that's going to wrap up the Gallantmon starter deck. So we are going to be looking into the UlforceVeedramon one. Once again, we do got the front with the UlforceVeedramon and the Digimon. On the side we do have the Digimon card game logo. Back, some more advertisements and stuff telling you how to like play the game, different cards, and then we do have the card list on here as well. And then the bottom's just white. So this does introduce this new Vmon that is on the front. Vmon does get a ton of support in the future. With the set 8, we get the like armor purge mechanic, which, hold on, did mine? I don't think mine came with the, unless they're in here. Yeah, it looks like they're in here. I was gonna say, I don't think mine had the memory gauges, which if not, that's pretty unfortunate. So we already took a look at these, so I'm not gonna open up that one for this part of the video. So yeah, they are right here as well. So more of these little advertisements and how to play some basic rolling this up. But we do have the super cool UlforceVeedramon memory gauge, and I don't know if I mentioned this with the Gallantmon one, but these are also hollow, and then the Vmon one as well. And once again, these two come together to look like this. They look really cool, excellent. I'm really a big fan of these metal memory gauges as opposed to the paper ones that they come in every single pack. But ideally, you do have it matte, such as this one that does have the memory gauge. But if you don't have one of those, these are definitely the next best thing, the official like metal ones that they did produce. So starting off, we do have 4 copies of the Demi Vmon. And this one, I actually don't know his effect. It says your turn while you have 8 or more cards in your hand, this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP. Blue isn't really the best at gaining DP, so this is just a decent like generic being able to gain DP. Traditionally Upamon is the better blue rookie to have, but this might be a good 5th one if you're just looking for like some additional like DP boost. Alright, and we got 4 copies of the Gallantmon. This is another card that's just alternate art reprint. Super cute. He's got the eggs. It's from the Digi, I believe the nursery from the anime. I do, forgive me, it's been a while since I've seen it. And so we do have a new Gabumon here for you, Gabumon Bond of Friendship decks. Because there's honestly not that many good Gabumons out there, and this one honestly is the best either. It says alternates while you have 8 or more cards in your hand, get additional 1000 DP, so it does the same thing as the Demi Vmon. Just if you got the 2 of those and you got 8 or more cards in your hand, that's an extra 2000 DP on your Gabumons or whatever's on top of it. So moving on, we got this really cool card right here. It's 4 copies of the Dragmon. Dragmon, oh, these are stuck together. Hello. Okay. Dragmon can search more cards in the game than any other card. He says on play, crack the top 3 cards of your deck, add any Digimon from amongst them with the Dramon keyword in it, not keyword, but the Dramon suffix in it. So like Veedramon, Birdramon, stuff like that. Anything that ended in the Dramon, like Holy Dramon, Magdramon, Volcanic Dramon. He can honestly search so many different cards. Command Dramon, there's a bunch of like Command Dramon lists that are playing him because he can search out basically that whole deck. Like Dark Dramon on them. So he's really cool being able to search out a lot of cards within the game. And then we do have 2 copies of the Vmon. He has the same effect as the Gilmon, where if your opponent is level 6, you can warp him into an UlforceVeedramon. Then he also has the when attacking inheritable. If you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, you get to draw a card, just additional draw power for blue. And he does have that nice new textured foiling. Like I said, it's super hard to see on camera, but these do look really, really good. So moving on, we do have 2 copies of the new Veedramon, who has the inheritable when attacking. If you have 8 or more cards in your hand, return when your opponent's level 3 Digimon to its center hand. Trash all of the evolution sources on it. It's not a terrible card. He can definitely help against like some of the more rookie rush style decks, and like the Gabu and the Agumon decks are running around just playing a bunch of rookies. So that could be very useful. Now, this card right here, Cordramon, the blue one, is an insane card. It's a lot like the red Geogray one that we just looked at outside the Gallantmon starter deck. He does have the security on play, and when played you get to draw 2 cards. A lot of decks have been like playing him, even at 6 cost. If you do have your memory tamer up, put your opponent at 3, being able to get Body on board and draw 2 cards. Really, really good. Alright, so where's my boy Oscar out? You know we got that Gorillamon alternate art right here. Looks absolutely sick. I love this alternate art. They did a fantastic job with the alternate art on these cards. So Moving on, we do got 2 copies of the Digimon alternate art, same one that we had outside of the B2 one, same with the GORILLAMON here. And Wingdramon here, we got 4 copies of it, and it's just a level 5 blocker for blue. Probably not going to see him have much play because blue does have a lot of really good level 5s, and this doesn't happen to be one of them. Speaking of really good level 5s, we do have 4 copies of the RARITY, who has jamming as its main effect, and it's inheritable. When you have 8 or more cards in your hand, this Digimon gets security attack +1. So just being able to swing, jamming, and then being able to evolve up to it, and then when you got 8 or more cards in your hand, the Digimon will get security attack +1. Really excellent card. So you got Slayerdramon right here. We do have 4 copies of it. This card looks absolutely sick, and these cards are sticking to each other. Wow. So they look absolutely sick. He's not the best. He has when did you evolve? He gets security attack +1, and then your turn he can't be blocked, so he basically has flying for all you Magic of the Gathering fans. But just look at him; he looks absolutely sick. He's got like the fire and ice thing going on. So he can also be searched out by the Drakmon because he does have that Draymon suffix on him. So Slayerdramon, like I said, he's not the best, but he looks really cool. And moving on, we do have 2 copies, if they would unstick, of the UlforceVeedramon here. UlforceVeedramon, when Digivolve, your turn when your opponent's level 4 lower Digimon to the end. And then when attacking once per turn, if you have 8 or more cards in your hand, unsuspended. He's alright. I do think the other Ulforce might just be a little bit better, but this one's not bad. Being able to warp onto the V1, return when your opponent's level 4 lower hands, then he'd be able to swim twice. You know what? He's actually pretty decent, now that I think about it. He also does have that cool textured foiling, as well as the V1 and the memory boost. So an interesting thing, they only gave us 2 Hammer Sparks in this one, where in the red one they gave us 4 copies of the Gaia Force. This only came with 2 alternate art Hammer Sparks. But this one does look sick. I think it looks better than the original one, but the other full art, alternate art one just looks so much better than these do. But it's really cool to see a Hammer Spark reprint. So we got 4 copies of this new option card called Victory Sword. Main unsuspend one of your blue Digimon for 3 costs and security added to your hand. It's not terrible, but I don't know if this is going to see competitive play. Just 3 unsuspend one of your Digimon. I might be wrong, but based off what I know about the game, I don't think it's going to. But this card definitely will. 4 copies of V Wingblade. It says main return when your opponent's level 6 or lower Digimon to their own hand. Trash all of its evolution sources. It's like 1 cost cheaper. Kakai's Breath, where this specifies level 6 or lower, where Kakai's Breath can hit any, so including the level 7s. So yeah, so that's going to be our V Wingblade. And so that's going to wrap up our unboxing of the 2 starter decks. Once again, that was the brand new UlforceVeedramon and the Gallantmon starter decks that came out. Really cool products, great reprints, great promos with the memory boost. What about you guys? Which one of these decks are you going to pick up? Like I said earlier, red best deck. I'm partial to Gallantmon myself, you know. But let me know in the comments below which one of these decks you're going to be picking up. Once again, I am Noah from the Digi Bros. I'll catch you guys later.